Yo, yo, yo. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of My Perspective Podcast with your boy, Big Hawk. Hey, man, thank y'all for tuning in again with me another week. Check this out. I hope what I say resonate with you. I hope it provoke thought, and I hope it provoke change, man. But if it don't, it's okay, because at the end of the day, it's just my perspective, man. And thank y'all again for rocking with your boy one more week. I love you and I appreciate you. Thank you to my subscribers for rocking with me and riding with your boy week in and week out. And I love y'all, man. Y'all just don't get it. I wish y'all knew how much this mean to me, this podcast journey I'm on. Boy, it mean a lot. And the ones who take the time out to listen to what the boy got to say, man, I double salute you. I appreciate you. Do me a favor. Hit the subscribe button. Let me know you're really dealing with me. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Trying to go to the platform. Man, we almost at 100 subscribers. I know it don't seem like a lot, but man, that's a great milestone for your boy. Being that I don't like to be on the microphone. I don't mind talking, but I don't like to be seen too tough. So to know that I got almost 100 subscribers, like checking me out week in and week out, man, that means a lot to your boy. Help me get to that 100. Then we can go to 500. Then we can go to 1,000, so on and so forth. So, hey man, I appreciate you. Before we get started, disclaimer: I'm not licensed for nothing. I ain't no doctor, no lawyer. I ain't no health coach. I ain't no relationship expert. I ain't no guru. I ain't got no honorary nothing. I'm just an old head who done been through some things, who just sharing my opinion on said topic based on my perspective. That's it. I hope it helped you, but if it don't, no harm, no foul. At the end of the day, it's just a good conversation amongst friends. With that being said, let's jump right into it. Man, listen. You know my perspective podcast is about relationships. You know it's about this gender war we in, man versus woman. I don't know why we're fighting each other, because we need one another, but nevertheless we fighting each other. Women spitting their facts about men spitting their facts about women. But man, let me ask y'all a question. Do it really mean anything when a person really wants somebody? When you really want said person or said individual, do all the stats, do they mean anything for real? In my opinion, in my experience, man, all the stats, all the numbers don't mean a hill of beans when you want what you want. I'm gonna say it again. All the stats, all the statistics, the statistical data, all the technology to let us know in real time what we're dealing with, it don't mean nothing when you want what you want. I don't care if you're a high value man. I don't care if you're a boss chick. I don't care what you call yourself. I don't care how successful you deem yourself. When you want said person, all that shit go out the window. You're going to go get what you want. You're going to make yourself available. You're going to make time for it. And you're going to put yourself in position to get it. Man, I love Kevin Samuels. I love Charleston White. I love all the big dogs talking their talk. I rock with all of them. But man, listen, all that stuff they talking don't mean nothing when you want what you want. I'm talking from experience now. I ain't telling you what I heard. I ain't telling you what I seen. I'm telling you what I know. Man, listen. Two things can be true at the same time. A person can have 10 kids from 10 different dudes and still bring you joy like you've never seen before. A man can have 25 babies from 13 different women, and he could be the best thing ever happen to you. Because at the end of the day, those stats are good and they mean a lot. And they tell a big story. They tell a big part of your life. I agree with all of that. But when you want what you want, man, all that shit don't mean nothing, because you got to have said person. Man, I got to have her. Girl, I got to have him. He gonna be mine. Why? Because when you lock in and y'all energy match, and all the other crap go out the window. When the person really like you and they're really digging you, and as we say back at the crib in Florida, if a person foaming for you, foaming about you, fucked up about you, they don't care what you got. They don't care about your baggage. None of that. None of that. Why is that? Why y'all think that is? I got my opinion on it. I'm gonna express it, but I want to know what you think. Let me know in the comments what you think, man. Why, when you like a person, when the person affects your life in a way that you can't live without them, but you don't want to be without them, don't none of their baggage matter? Don't none of their baggage matter when you like them, when you foaming? Don't none of their baggage matter when you foaming? Why is that? Energy. That's part of it. That's what I think. The good energy between two people, that good chemical connection, that good chemical balance. It's bigger than just, oh, you look good. It's bigger than just, oh, she fine. It's bigger than, oh, he got muscles. It's bigger than all that. It's bigger than all that. Man, energy real, y'all. Energy is real. When you make a connection with a person, man, any and everything can be overcame when that energy right. When that energy right. So why y'all think it is that when you want what you want, or when you find someone irresistible that you can't live without them, that you don't want to live without them, why don't none of their baggage matter? Because people throw it up in your face all the time. Oh, that's too much baggage. Oh, that's too much baggage. That's too much baggage. All the time. You should have waited. You should have paid more attention. All this stuff when they're not personally affected by said individual. They can give you all the stats, all the statistics they want, why it's not a good idea or a good fit for you. But when that energy right between two people, man, no, none of that shit matters. All I know is, I want that. I'm gonna get that. Hey, energy real, y'all. I'm big on energy. When I meet a person, I don't have no agenda. I go with the flow. I know that's cliche. I know that's people hear that all the time, and people think you run a game. But man, I live by that. When that energy right, I go with it. Man, I believe in love at first sight. Now, love at first sight don't happen for everybody, but love at first sight is a real thing. Why? The energy. When you have a connection so strong with an individual, that don't mean you know everything about them just like that. That don't mean y'all life together gonna be peaches and cream. It's gonna be a bed of roses. It don't mean any of that. But what it does mean is our energy is so good, overcoming obstacles is gonna be easy. Easier than normal. Or tough times ain't gonna last because of the energy we have between one another. Or we're gonna have some fun and some toxic love. It's gonna be one of them. It's gonna be one of them. But that energy does not lie. Energy don't lie, y'all. I'm big on energy. I believe in reincarnation. I know that may sound crazy to y'all, but I'm big on energy. I believe we don't die. This right here, this gonna die. This flesh, this gonna die. I'm gonna close my eyes one day. I got an appointment with death one day. We all do. However, your soul is gonna live forever. That's your soul gonna live forever. And it's that inward energy that gravitate you to a person to make them seem to be irresistible. Some people call it soul ties. Some people call it soul mates. Some people call it life partners. Whatever you want to call it, it's real. Energy is real. Energy is real. And I love it. I love it. Listen, man, I done tried relationships every which way you could think of. Every which way you could think of. I done did it by the book, the traditional way. Boy meet girl, boy court girl, boy asks mom or dad, can he date girl? I done did it based on income. You know, I'm at a certain income level. Now I need a female at a certain income level. Man, and I done did it just strictly off energy. In my most successful relationship ever, my most successful relationships, energy. Knowing what you got without putting your finger on it. Having that it factor, if you will. The energy is more than sexual. It's more than sexual. So don't think it's just about having a good time in the bedroom. Because truth be told, good sex ain't gonna keep no relationship together. Good sex is made for a toxic relationship. But good sex ain't gonna keep nobody together. Good sex might keep you fucking around well after y'all broke up. It may do that. But good sex ain't gonna keep y'all like this here. Ain't gonna keep y'all like this here. Two are better than one, but a 3/4 cord is not easily broken. That's the energy that keeps y'all together because y'all resonate with each other so strongly, and it's not a lust thing. Y'all just get one another. It's easy to love each other. It's easy to understand one another, and it's easy to fix your problems when the energy right. You can love a person with all your heart, with everything in you, and if the energy not right, you're gonna be stubborn as a mule. You ain't gonna give in. You're gonna stand on business, if you will, and they're gonna make the relationship tough as hell to get through. Can you get through it? 100% you can get through it. However, when that energy right, man, it's easy to love. It's easy to fix a problem. It's easy to compromise. The bad thing about that, finding that right person with the good energy, it's like trying to find a needle in the haystack. You done met, I'm sure we've all met a bunch of good people in our life. Shit, we done met a bunch of great people in our life. But just because you good or great, don't make you good or great for me. And just because I'm good or great, don't make me good or great for you. That just means I'm a good individual overall. But that don't mean we match or we mesh. But when that energy aligns, it's effortless. It's effortless. It is effortless. You don't got to work hard at it. It just comes natural. It just comes natural. And that's just that. And man, if you in a relationship today, let me know in the comments how strong is your energy with your partner. Because that says a lot about your relationship. Now, having not so good energy don't mean your relationship destined to fail. It don't mean that. However, excuse me, it's a little late where I'm at. I'm in West Point, Mississippi. It's a little late where I'm at, but it was on my chest and I couldn't go to sleep unless I get it out. And so I'm here getting it out. But yeah, just because y'all energy ain't Trump tight or that solid, it don't mean it's a death sentence in your relationship. But what it does mean is you got to fight a little harder to make that thing work. And that's okay. But when the energy is right, when you resonate with that person and that person resonates with you, man, your relationship becomes effortless. It becomes effortless. That don't mean you're not going to have tough times. That don't mean you're not going to have fights. You're not going to have disagreements or arguments. That just means it's going to be short-lived And it's gonna be rectified a lot sooner than when your energy ain't that. Because when your energy ain't that and y'all clashing, guess what? You finna stand on business, but guess what? She finna stand on business. And now y'all at a Mexican standoff, wait for somebody to give in first. Who gonna bow down first? And who want that? And who want that? You can have all, like you said, you can have all the stats in the world. You can have all the stats in the world. And the person that you resonate with could have a checkered past. Could have a checkered past. Now, if y'all energy great, are you gonna let her past, fellas, stop you from achieving greatness with her? Ladies, same for you. Y'all energy can be so great, but he got a checkered past. Are you gonna let his checkered past stop you from achieving greatness with him? Because it ain't about my past. It ain't about your past. It's about our future together. It ain't about what you did in your past and who you did it with. It's about what we can accomplish together. That's what it's really about. But are we going to let our pride get in the way? Are we going to let our ego get in the way? Or are we going to let our fear get in the way? Because they all get in the way at some point in time. They all get in the way at some point in time. You can be with a girl that got 8 kids from five and 5 baby daddies, 6 baby daddies. And she could be the love of your life and the greatest thing you ever came across. And she could be the biggest blessing God ever sent your way. Now on paper, on paper, that's a no-no. If you listen to these gurus, that's a no-no. She's a liability. She's not an asset. But based on energy, she can be the best thing for you in life. And you can be the best thing for her in life. If you put your pride to the side and you follow the energy. Not follow your heart, follow the energy. There's a difference. One thing about your heart, they're going to make a fool out of you every time. Your heart going to make a fool out of you every time. But your mind and energy, not so much. Not so much. With your mind, you think logically. The energy, it's a magnetic connection. When you operate like that, it's a different ball game. So what? She ain't got no big ass. So what? She ain't got no hips. That energy right. She adds value to your life. She makes your life better in a multitude of ways. He makes your life better, ladies, in a multitude of ways. So what? He got a dad bod. So what? He don't got his own business, but he's still gainfully employed. So what? He got to clock in on the 9 to 5. But he makes your life better in a multitude of ways. We got to start changing the narrative how we think on relationships. Shit, man, you got these boss chicks out here. Don't want nothing but 6-figure nigga in the up. Don't want nothing but a dude that work 6 figures or better, tall, dark, and handsome. Got to be a CEO. All this crazy stuff. Man, that's the top 2%. That's the top 2% in America. When the average person, the average salary in America for a man is $42,000. It's $42,000. So you want the top 2%, and the average income is $42,000. You ain't thinking about nothing but what your eyes see, what the stats say. You ain't thinking about no energy. You ain't thinking about no the right connection. None of that stuff. And I ain't even talking about the feeling. I ain't basing nothing on the feeling. Cause that's where your heart come into play. And it mess you up. I'm talking about strictly energy. You just know this it's something about this person that do it for you. You don't gotta have no rhyme or reason to it. You don't gotta have months invested into it. You just know it's something about this person, man, they do it for me. They do it for me. I can honestly say I felt that in my life about good 3 times. About 3 times in my life. And I'm 49 years old. So this type of energy, I'm not saying it's rare, but we don't pay attention to it like we should. I've only had it 3 times in my life. Only 3 times in my life. That's how rare that energy is when you meet somebody and that connection be that strong. And I've had some decent relationships in my life too, and all of them wasn't. All my best relationships wasn't based on that energy I'm telling you about. But the most meaningful relationships I've ever had, the energy was right. The energy was right. You can't put your finger on it, but it's just that it factor. It's just that it factor. They got it. They do it for you. They do it for you. And they can have a checkered past. They can have a real checkered past. I'm talking about they done been through the ringer. They had some trauma in their life. They made a few bad decisions in life. They could have made a multitude of these bad decisions in their life. But they overcame all of it. And they better for it today. Put her past to the side if that energy is leading you a certain direction. And if it's positive. We grown. We big grown. You 40 and up, you big grown. You got discernment by now. You know when something ain't right. You know when something good. We have to learn to go with your gut feeling. That's your intuition. That's your intuition. You know when something's not right and then something is right. You know when somebody's right for you and when somebody's not right for you. When you know that, that's when you have to start removing the statistics, if you will. You ain't got to lean on the statistics, if you will, so much. You get your facts and you get your stats and you keep them close. You pay attention to them. And you always observe. You always observe. I'm not saying don't observe, but I'm also saying this. Don't let the stats cause you from missing the best thing that ever happened to you. Don't do that. Don't let the stats, based on what man has put together and deem this is the standard, don't let those stats cause you from missing the best thing that ever happened to you. Don't do it. I'm begging you, don't do it. Because you're going to do yourself a disservice. But what I want you to do is this, ladies and gentlemen, homies and homegirls, swallow your goddamn pride when you meet that person who has that energy. Swallow your pride. Man, listen. There's a trillion people in this world. There's a bunch of people in this world. And stats are stats for a reason. But man, there are those special someones out there with that matching energy for us. And when you find that, male or female, when you find that, don't allow the statistics, the data, the statistical data to shift and change change your mind. But the energy is right. When that energy is right, man, I'm telling you, it's easy to love a person when the energy is right. It's easy to correct the person when the energy is right. It's easy to take constructive criticism and correction when the energy is right. It's easy to follow and lead when the energy is right. You know when it's hard to follow? When the energy ain't right. You know when it's hard to lead? You can't be a good leader? When the energy ain't right. That invisible force, that invisible force field, if you will, of some sort, that lets you know this is more than just a casual date. This is more than just a casual meetup. It's bigger than that. It's something different about this person. And it happens. But when it happens, are you sensitive enough to know it? Are you sensitive enough to know it? I can remember my first wife, my ex-wife. Me and my best friend, we was riding. Matter of fact, we was riding to he was taking me, he was dropping me off to a young lady house that I was dating at the time. And then my ex-wife name came up. And I casually said, I'm gonna marry that girl one day. We laughed it off. He said, man, how you gonna marry her? You finna go see another chick. We laughed it off. We laughed it off. He dropped me off. I think I stayed the night with old girl the whole nine. Wasn't even thinking about that no more. Man, guess what? Me and her started dating in I think September, October. We got married the following January. The same person we laughed off because I was going to see somebody else. Why? That energy. Our relationship was easy together. It was easy together. It got tough when we stopped leaning on each other and stopped. It got tough over time, having kids, family getting involved in relationship, money, things like that. It got challenging over time, and we stopped. And I'm gonna say I stopped. I stopped being the bigger person. I stopped being a sacrificial lamb for my family. When I stopped that, that's when things went left. That's when things went left. I can point the finger this and that, but I ain't gonna do that. I detoured and things went left and things went bad. But the energy was there. The energy was there. But shoot, it is what it is. You live and you learn. But I'm sharing this with you so you don't make the same mistakes I did. I made the mistake twice. Having the right energy for a person and fucked up and messed up. Hopefully the third time a charm, y'all. Hopefully the third time is a charm. So yeah. Y'all don't be afraid to follow your intuition. Don't be afraid to follow your intuition, and don't be men. Don't be too manly and macho to follow your intuition. Man, listen, I know a lot of dudes, man, really care about, really fucked up about women, good women that have checkered past. Now, don't get me wrong. When I was younger, shit, if a woman had checkered past, I wouldn't wipe her ass up either. But I was immature though. That was with immaturity. Now I'm a little bit older now. You see the gray? And I'm about to be the silver fox in a little bit. Maturity come with that. So now, man, I'm not gonna hold no woman past against her. If she adds value to my life today, my wife adds value to my life. I'm not holding her past against her because she adds value to my life. I'm not gonna hold her past against her, and I hope she don't hold my past against me. But as for me, she adds value to my life, so I'm not holding her past against her. I'm not gonna hold her past mistakes, her past lapse of judgment. She done made some bunch of damn mistakes, a whole bunch of them. But what that got to do with me? She adds value to my life. She makes my life better. I'm not holding her past against her. And I hope she don't hold my past against me. I hope I add value to her life. I hope I'm an asset to her. But you're going to ask her that question. That's for you to ask her. But yeah, do not, under any circumstances, man, if you find a good person and y'all energy match, y'all energy align, man, please, man, do not allow that person's past to jeopardize the beautiful future that y'all can have together. I know I've been on here bashing women lately, and I'm probably going to bash y'all ass again next week because y'all do be tripping. However, when that energy right, man, you don't go through them problems that most people go through. Why? Because you ain't pick your partner based on lips, hips, and fingertips. Based on tall, dark, and handsome. Based on how much money they making. You based it on energy. And when the energy right, y'all can go make $1,000,000 together. Y'all can go start a business together. You see what I'm saying? It's gonna be easier to do because y'all focused on each other. Y'all listening to each other. Y'all taking notes from one another, and y'all believe in each other. That's important. When the energy right, these things take place. It's easy. It's effortless when the energy right. But when the energy ain't right, it's a constant boom. It's a constant this. It's a constant this. Always fighting, always butting head. Y'all want to live like that for the rest of your life? You want to live that way for the rest of your life? And trust me, to the ones who've been with y'all significant other for an extended period of time, but you still ain't quite got it yet. You still quite not happy yet because the energy ain't right. I'm not saying throw them away and start over, but don't be afraid to if it ain't working. If you see the writing on the wall, it's okay to walk away. It's okay to walk away. Now, if you're married, that's something totally different. Now, they kicking your ass and abusing you, take off. Take off. But if you see the writing on the wall, man, it's okay to walk away and start over and prepare yourself to meet the right person. Because it ain't never too late to meet that right person. It ain't never too late. You get older and you think you're running out of time. We all gonna die one day. But it ain't never too late to find the girl of your dreams, to find the guy of your dreams. I don't care if you 50, 55, 60. You still can find a person in your dream later in life. Truth be told, most men start to feel their mortality the older they get. Once a man he hit 50 and up, man, he starts seeing himself dying alone, and he don't want that. He start wishing he was in those family pajama photos. He started wishing he was in them ugly sweater photos with his lady. But because he been so macho and so prideful and standing on business so much, guess what? He let a lot of that slip by the wayside. He missed a lot of that family interaction. I know for myself, being an over-the-road truck driver, I missed a lot, man. I missed a lot. I raised 3 beautiful children to become adults. My kids didn't have babies until after they graduated high school. Things like that. They was independent before they started having their kids and stuff like that. They got married. They got had babies out of wedlock, but they were out of school and on their own, doing their own thing. But I missed so much of their lives growing up. I'm talking about vacations, family time, because I was out making a living. Don't let that be you if you can help it. If this your passion, this your job, that's your passion, that's something totally different. I ain't gonna even try to fight that because you always want to do something you love to do. But man, don't allow circumstances to stop you from creating that special life with that said person when the energy is right. When that energy is right, that person gonna believe in you. When that energy right, that person is gonna believe in you unconditionally. That person is gonna do everything in his or her power to help you succeed in whatever you're trying to succeed in. That person is gonna do whatever in his or her power to make sure y'all lives are straight, to make sure you are better prepared, better equipped, reinforce, communicate. It's going to be expected expectation and not unexpected expectation, or not a non-communicated expectation. It's going to be sweet. It's going to be easy. It's going to be easier than normal, I should say. Because when you find something that good, automatically you think it's too good to be true. So you're going to be side-eyed for a minute. And I get it. But when a person show you consistency, man, go with the flow with that. Go with the flow with that. When a person show you consistency, Go with the flow with that, because it's hard to find consistency. It's easy to find consistent inconsistency, but it's hard to find consistent consistency. A person say what they mean and mean what they say, and they stand on it day in, day out, good or bad, happy or sad. My late fiance who died, she was the only woman I ever met in my life. And there's no shade nobody else I've been with, not even my current wife. But she was the only woman I ever met in my life that was consistent from start to finish. That's rare. That's because of that energy. That's because of that energy. She seen something in me I ain't seen myself. And I seen something in her. And we locked in. And we had a good ride. Until she got tired and, God called her home. But yeah, do not let a person's checkered past stop that momentum and that good energy between you two from creating a beautiful life together. That's important, y'all. I need y'all to know how important that is. I need y'all to know how important that is. When that energy right, go with the flow. I know you first meet somebody, you date, they ask you what's your expectation. I typically say I don't have no expectations. I just go with the flow. They think you on some bull job. But I really mean that because I'm an energy person. My best relationships has always been when I flow with the energy. When I flow with the energy. My most challenging relationship have always been, well, has been, not always, has been, because I tried it different ways. When I did what the gurus say do. Nah, I don't go by the gurus no more. Because what the gurus teach you don't work for everybody. Everybody ain't energy people either. So what I'm saying may not work for you. But if you're an energy person, man, please do not deviate from that. And if you're a person that goes by the matrix, that goes by a certain way of doing things, a certain playbook you go by, stick with that. Stick with that. But if you feel that energy, man, by all means, man, entertain that energy, man, because that could be a sign that you about to miss out on your blessing in the other individual. And you don't want to do that. We getting too old to be missing our blessing. The older we get, your next move should be your best move. In relationship, that is vital. That is vital. The older you get, and you experience heartbreak later in your life, man, that shit'll kill you. That shit will kill you. That shit will have you sitting in the dark in the daytime with all the curtains closed, contemplating life. I ain't lying. I'm telling you what God love. Shit, ask me how I know. Because I was sitting in the daytime in my house with them blackout curtains, pitch black, and it's 12 o'clock noon outside. It's jet black in my house. Down in the dumps because your heart broke. And 45, 46, 47, 48 years old. Just imagine when you 50, 60, and 70. Man, it get even worse. So if you know like I know, you better lock in and sit your ass down somewhere and make it work. But if that energy right, it's that much better. It is that much better. Man, y'all just gotta believe that. Test it out. It may not work for you, but test it out. It worked for me. That's why I'm sharing information with you. Because it worked for me. Just because you having sex with a person don't mean y'all energy good. That just probably mean y'all sexually compatible. Or your ass just horny one and gotta get your rocks off. Either way, that don't mean that's the same energy as long-term relationship. To create a beautiful relationship and a beautiful life with somebody. Because, man, life tough. Life is a mother. Life be lifing. Life gonna give it to you, man. And one thing you need is a good partner on your side to help absorb when life be life. To reinforce you. Reinforce your beliefs and your core values within you. Got your back. You see what I'm saying? But if you don't allow the energy to move and you don't allow yourself to go with that flow of that energy, you're doing yourself a great disservice. You're doing yourself a great disservice. So man, please